the season Shaka's just had? You will just bring in bloody Kai Havertz and start.
I mean, put Havertz highlights on how you see.
No, but I'm just putting his highlights. I'm playing his lowlights, bro. I'm just playing his lowlights, bro. I can watch Kovacic from the bench or play with Havertz.
Yeah,
I'm watching Kovacic, bro.
There we go. Then
I'm not playing with Havertz, bro.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to another installment of Podcast Pundits. I'm Dre, man. I'm your host for today. If you've been listening to all the other episodes, you'll know I'm an avid Man United fan. And follow us on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Apple, Spotify, podcast.pundits, podcast pundits _. Give us a like, give us a follow. We appreciate everyone that's listening to us at the moment. So we'll quickly go around the room and introduce the panel. Go to my left.
Yo, De La Strada, the man of many club faces. How y'all doing, man? I'm good.
You good, bro?
Yes, sir.
Keeping up with the transfer activity with all three clubs?
Barely.
Yeah, nothing's really happened in it. Obviously, Arsenal more of the talking point, but yeah, not much is happening in the other teams.
Not much to report.
Basically.
Moving on to from your left, De La Strada.
Yeah, man. I go by the name of Strives or Striver, Arsenal fan. Yeah, man. Here to season's done. It's pre-season. Avidly awaiting the outcome of my club's business. Obviously, as we established last week, second best team in England. So we need to strengthen the team to hopefully become the best.
Are you going with that line until the season starts?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I wanted to go with the line of being the best in England, but you know, we fumbled at the last hurdle, man. But we here, man. I'm ready.
Fair enough. And then moving on to our last panelist.
Yo, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, supporter of the fifth best team in England.
Wicked.
Is that official? Is that official stat?
That's what the table says, bro.
Come on. Fifth best team in the Premier League, second best team in England. Here for the love of the game. And right now we're really like doing our hardest and putting a proper struggle in to find content to talk about.
Bro, you gonna say that?
Some of the boys are sweating here. But that's how much you love the pod. Come on.
No, that's what happens, isn't it? When we get to this point of the season, everyone's just kind of assessing, you know, what their team needs, you know, what players we kind of need to get rid of, even if it's like managerial, even if it's coaches. Like every team's going to be assessing what they need to do. And I think it's only right that we go straight into it in terms of, obviously, the main thing that people are all talking about is transfers, and the main one being Havertz, who's apparently signed for Arsenal.
Would you say that's a bigger transfer than Newcastle's Tonali?
I would, you know.
Of course it is.
I think it is. I think it is.
Havertz? Why?
Because Havertz has a Champions League winner. Bigger profile.
In terms of like how the impact both players are going to make to both teams. Like,
we don't know about Tonali.
Yeah,
we know
that's
that Tonali's a wonder kid and a hot prospect, but so was Havertz. And Havertz has actually played in the Premier League. And it's a big move because it's a will he, won't he. He could be completely shit. He could also, because he has been a good player before and he has got the raw attributes.
Where was he a good
player? He could be a dope player. He's a good player at Bayer Leverkusen, which is a decent level of football.
But it was younger. He was less mature. So there was less fear factor. Playing a different role, I probably would say.
Or not.
But then we've seen him.
It could have just been Chelsea. It could have been bad coaching. It could have been X, Y, Z.
He's had a good couple different managers.
Go on.
But go and list the managers.
Yeah.
He's had Thomas Tuchel.
No, start from the beginning.
Lampard.
Do you rate Lampard?
Yeah, but I don't rate Lampard. You know what I feel about Lampard. But at the same time,
he started with Lampard.
But Lampard start
last season and a half.
Yeah, but Lampard's start was decent though. Like didn't he get? I can't remember what his finish was. Was it a top 4
finish? He got them in the top 4.
Yeah, it was a top 4 finish.
But doesn't mean. But you don't rate him as a manager.
No, I mean, no.
No, you can't. He's got the worst record in Premier League history, isn't he? for most amount of losses.
Yeah,
in the
but
league.
then do you guys attribute like all players' performances just to the manager?
No.
You don't,
Nah,
but
but-
you started off by saying he's been under some, you say good managers.
No, I didn't say good managers, but he's had several different managers.
Yeah, and for a player's development, it's not good to have all these managers because they're probably giving you different instructions. So if he was bought by Lampard, Lampard played him in so many different positions and he couldn't get it right.
So
Then Tuchel came, he did okay, managed to win the Champions League. Then Tuchel got sent off. He got sacked. Then he got Graham Potter. Graham Potter was there for what? Was it almost half a season? Who knows?
I'd say maybe about 7 to 6 months.
Yeah, then Lampard came back, so he hasn't had the greatest of times. So,
but we've seen this with. Sorry to cut you, but we have seen this even at Arsenal's club when we were going through our little period of turmoil. We had like 3 managers in one calendar year as well, probably in the same season when it was Unai, Ljungberg, and then Arteta.
And what players stood out?
Like Saka that we're always talking about, he had to play in various different positions, but
Wasn't it Emre that brought him through, right?
yeah.
Saka did shine.
But that's what I'm saying. He did shine. So I'm just saying it's not impossible for a player to still shine under.
But it's not expected, I think, is the point. So Saka is where he is because I guess he was able to shine through that turmoil and we can see that. But I think if you're going through that turmoil, it's not good conditions. It's not good conditions for a player to thrive.
Remember, we're calling turmoil a period where a team has won the Champions League. So, I mean, the turmoil couldn't have been that bad.
That's true. Good point.
I mean?
No, but it's not even about the turmoil. It's like, look at it. First and foremost, you have to look at the player. Is Havertz a bad player?
No, he's a talented player, but he's
got the attributes for sure.
That's what I said. Yeah, raw attributes.
Yeah, but I think everything that makes him good is everything that we're not in desperate need of, in my opinion.
But after a while, because I personally think he's coming to play in the number 8. And everyone's always said the one place that Arsenal can definitely upgrade is in the number 8 position and to replace Xhaka.
So
if Xhaka was able to score 8 goals, or I think it was 9 goals, 9 assists, and Xhaka's not that much, he's not that good going forward. He's mainly like a CM. But Havertz is more comfortable going forward. So you would expect Havertz to come in and do better. So what I'm saying is people need to look at it and say, is Havertz an upgrade to Xhaka? Yes or no?
I'm not convinced.
Sorry.
I think so.
Because
the only thing that I'm unsure about is what is Xhaka's position?
Xhaka was an 8.
But was he an 8 to you?
Yeah, for Arsenal.
He wasn't.
For Arsenal,
He wasn't really like good either direction.
No,
in my opinion,
he scored 8 goals, 8 assists,
No,
9 goals, 9 assists. His position wasn't under all these different managers. His position was more.
When you say
like
8,
a hybrid
what
between
is
8 and
8
6?
for you? Is that a box to box?
Yeah, box to box.
I wouldn't have him as a box to box.
Who?
But
But he was more attacking than defensive.
Yeah.
Whereas before, under Wenger and everyone else, he sort of played as the last midfield. That's why he kept on making mistakes.
Okay.
So Arteta pushed him a bit further forward and
Less responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're saying,
so Della, yeah. So just I want to pause you on that because you said something like between you and Joey, you both said something where Havertz hasn't been afforded the opportunity to potentially be coached by a good gaffer.
No, I never said that.
That's not what I was saying.
said that.
I said you have to factor that in because when you're saying he hasn't done so well, factor the environment that he's been in.
You need consistency to build a foundation.
Yeah. Then you have to look at the player and say, is he actually a bad player?
He's not. But then you said you then asked, is he better than an upgrade, than Xhaka in that number 8 role? But
attacking wise, defensively it needs to be.
What are you basing that on? Because as you've just said, in the one season where Xhaka was deployed to play the 8 role, but it has been minimized from his defensive responsibilities and been encouraged to just attack. We've enjoyed his best output.
It's because of the attributes of Havertz. So you know that he can make those late runs.
We believe.
No,
we don't know that yet. Because
do that.
he's been playing as a false 9. He's not played as an 8.
No, but when he plays
so
as a false 9, so some of those attributes are transferable to 8, especially when he's saying attacking wise. So
what are the attributes that I think
late runs, good movement, in the box,
play between the lines,
a lot better in the air.
Yeah.
So there are like some attributes that will lend themselves to him scoring more.
Is he a lot better in the air?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. How many times have you seen Xhaka score headers? How many?
I think the stats say that he's better in the air.
He scores a header against Liverpool every single game, and we've got some of the best ball winners in the air.
You talk about Havertz,
pretty much every game.
So these the attributes that you've just mentioned, these are attributes that I would definitely assign to Havertz. But this is the thing: once he makes those runs, once he gets into those positions, and he makes the most runs into the box, I think he was the second
Gabriel
after.
Jesus.
No, he was the second after Haaland. but yeah, once he gets in there, what does he do when the opportunities fall to him? He's not clinical. Like, he's always got a negative XG. Whereas
I think but the difference is, sorry, go on.
No, you finish.
The difference is at Chelsea, for some reason, he was tasked with the job of being the goal grabber. There's a pressure that comes with that, especially when you're not a goal scorer. At Arsenal, that's not going to be his task. So the same way it wasn't Xhaka's task. If that was Xhaka's job, trust me, he's not getting them goals that he got this season. But I think when you don't have that responsibility on you, and it's like, we can either take it or leave it, you kind of feel a bit more comfortable not having that pressure of having to score the goals.
But the pro Havertz signings, most people would lean towards his mental fortitude, like that he's. Let me not go as far as saying a mentality monster, but he's stepped up at the big occasions and whatnot. So that what you're saying now,
what's that based on the Champions League?
Yeah, I guess so. Because he hadn't scored.
I wouldn't attribute him with that. Credit him with that attribute because it's been like one big game or two big games. So you need to do it consistently for that to be to be a clutch player, basically. So
you're saying on the contrary that maybe he wasn't dealing with the pressure of being the talisman of being the go-to guy.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever a go-to guy before he came to England, especially in that position. So I think they've put him in a position and said be the go-to guy, and I don't think that's going to work well for many people.
So again, that's why I'm wondering, like, why?
So,
what makes him,
number 8 is the difference?
What
number
makes
8
him
is the difference?
So my thing is, you have to look at the profile of the player, and you have to look at what the team needs. He can play in multiple positions. He can play a false 9 up front, on the left, and number 8. In addition to that, he can provide cover for Saka. He can provide cover for Jesus. And if you look at the profile of the player, he's good between the lines. He's good at pressing. He's good in spaces. So if you looked at the profile overall, overall, he's not a bad signing. I think obviously people are scarred, and I get it because you've seen him week in, week out at Chelsea, and you're like,
thinking up the game.
Yeah, and obviously you would have hoped that Arsenal got him for a lower price. But if I said it in the group chat, if Gibbs White went to Nottingham Forest, was it for 40 million?
45 maybe.
45 million. And then you've got a Germany international, a first team player, a player that has won the Champions League. Like, where do you like? This is the market.
No, I hear you, but the German international doesn't hold as much weight nowadays.
No, but Morgan Gibbs White is under 21.
No, but Morgan Gibbs White has been consistently performing.
And I'm not disputing that, but the Premier League, it's the profile. He's under 21. He's coming from Wolves. This guy's coming from Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea flopped last season, but Chelsea are top 4 team, Germany international, Champions League winner.
But he's been stinking up. We've seen it every week.
And again, I said it in the group chat.
I think the only issue here is for me is the price.
Yeah, but even the price. But even I said it in the group chat. I know
what is the price? It's 50 mil.
I think 65.
6 again to 65.
65 all in.
55 up front and
so what's the add-ons?
I think it's 10 mil in add-ons.
I think it's 65 in total.
Yeah.
But
so is it 10 mil in add-ons or?
I think it's 10 in add-ons.
Let's say call it 65.
Yeah.
But I've said it many times. Just because one person flops at one team doesn't necessarily mean they're going to flop at another team.
No, I make you right.
Sometimes systems make things
players.
work.
Yeah,
I make you right,
well.
but all I'm saying is, I mean, I think I've said, like, in isolation, I don't get it. If this was a signing after you've got your what I would call your priority targets, then cool. I'm probably a little bit less critical, but
it hasn't stopped Arsenal from trying to get these players.
I just don't understand it.
Is the train.
Yeah,
does that train like it doesn't?
It's like I just trying for Declan Rice.
Yeah, so because okay, are you not ready to move on to that?
No, I mean, because what I will say with the Havertz thing first before we move on, because I mean, Dedestrada's made some good points, but have we forgotten that we've still got Emil Smith-Rowe at the club?
Yeah,
and
you need
he does
options.
all those things that Havertz does. And in my opinion, I actually think he would do it better than Havertz, because once he gets into those positions, he's much more clinical.
But you have a valid point, but everyone said Arsenal dropped off because the level and quality of their second, the squad players wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So now you got Havertz and ESR.
So for squad depth, I get it.
Not even for squad depth.
And
but if he is
and they have
the
to compete
profile
with each other.
that Della's saying he is, then it's the competition, man. Competition, that's going to level up.
And the utility, I understand, but it's just the level of... Do you pay 65 mil all in for squad depth?
No.
So
Man City do.
We're not Man City.
But that's what you got to do.
But when you say squad depth, I think this guy will be starting for you. So it's not really squad depth, is it?
So why do you think he's starting? Is it
I
because of
think
the
he
price? So I was about to say, like, at that money, if he's starting, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I think if he's coming in as an 8, he's starting because Xhaka might be going.
Yeah,
and then what
exactly.
you also have to factor, okay, yeah,
Might be.
ESR, yeah,
If he doesn't, would you start him over Xhaka?
yeah,
Would you?
yeah.
I wouldn't. Why?
What would you? What?
Why would
depends
you?
the game.
After the season Shaka's just had, you would just bring in bloody Kai Havertz and
But
start
what I
him.
mean as a long term, but I think Xhaka will go.
Okay, so I think the question is, for 65 million, do you think you can get a better number 8 than
Yeah, that's the question.
Havertz?
See, that's the thing, because when we talk about how inflated the
you can.
prices
Yeah,
are,
No, but I think you can get a
For
better
that same price.
for 65 million, 55 up front or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I think you can 100%.
name-
You know,
okay, name me
you know
three.
what? I've actually gone.
Name me
I've
three.
actually
what,
said,
are you going?
but I would have. I actually would have taken Mount over
Havertz.
I'm telling you. You know why? Because
Mount,
even
so Mount,
Do
to me,
you know
Mount
why?
is more
Do you know
similar
why?
to-
Do you know why I'm kind of with that
that's
though?
rude.
Because
And when you got ESR on the team.
you have to remember, Mason, like Strava said maybe a couple of episodes ago, Mount's goal contribution is
man, we got like 20. I
crazy.
think.
Yeah,
but
he did
Havertz
get a lot of
offers
goals.
more than goals.
and then thingy's his aggression on the pitch. But my problem with Havertz is his lack of aggression, man.
Bruv, you need-
Sometimes he
no,
puts
no,
it in when it's time, but when he doesn't, it really frustrates
I think
me.
he can shine at Arsenal.
Yeah, I think people are saying this whole thing. He presses.
No, I'm not talking about pressing. I'm talking about like when he's on the ball and the way he gets bullied off the ball sometimes.
Put Havertz highlights and now you'll see.
No, but I'm not talking about his highlights. I'm talking about his lowlights, bro. I'm talking about his lowlights, bro.
No,
Because
when I mean highlights, you just see because people seem to think a lot. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he can't. So my problem is that he's not consistent with his aggression. It'll like be sometimes where he'll get the ball down and then he just moved out of the way so easily because his balance is off or
But
something.
watch when you see people trying.
And then, but then there's other times where he'll muscle out Virgil van Dijk and
profile. He's got it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's
but it's the consistency that's why
But
the
again-
aggression isn't high. Whereas like I know Mason Mount hasn't got the physical ability to do all of these things, but you're always going to see him giving everything and looking like a
until
fool.
it hurts. Running until it hurts.
That's what I'm saying though, because like sometimes Havertz has looked like a luxury player for Chelsea, bro. And that's something you can't afford when you're
agree.
Arsenal going up for the title.
I agree, but again, I say it comes down to like systems and managers and
Yeah. If you can get Havertz into a system and you can do it quickly, there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna perform. But if you can't, it's gonna look so bad, man.
I was going to say as well, is it a bit weird now that we have like Chelsea selling a player to Arsenal?
Nah.
Or
bro,
nowadays,
man.
is it just common?
They're drowning in players, bro. Man.
I don't know, but I mean, like selling. It's almost like your local rival down the road, right?
65 million. Oh, that is crazy.
Sorry, guys.
Yo,
A fly just flew in my mouth.
I thought you was doing that from what I said.
No.
no, I think because they're like I said, they're drowning in players.
Right.
Arsenal wanted a player who I think really should be going between 45 and maybe 50 million. They're getting him for 65 million.
But you're telling me Chelsea can't offload him to anyone else but Arsenal?
They're trying to
That-
offload
that-
him to
that's
But this
key,
is the
innit?
thing though, Dre, man, this is the thing. Like back in the day, like, I don't know, you might have wondered, like, you know, like in the Italian league where players were just going from like Inter can go to
Inter
AC,
to AC, back to AC, back.
yeah, to
Yeah.
Juve, and that the Prem was never like that. But think about it, Chelsea are in a position where they need to offload players in order to get busy in the market, whatnot. So if like a Havertz or a Mount or whoever is inundated with offers, I highly doubt that they are going to be entertaining the interest from the likes of Arsenal or your quote unquote rivals, right? But the fact of the matter is no one's coming in for these players. So if Arsenal are going to meet these valuations, they're going to have to sell to these clubs because otherwise if you don't sell to Arsenal, then you don't get your players.
I think Mount would have other offers, man. I think Mount would have other offers.
But the key thing that Striver said is...
But what about Havertz, though?
The key thing that you said is meeting the valuation.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, with Havertz, I'm not sure about Premier League team.
Who else is going to pay? I think he was linked with Real Madrid. They said 75. Real Madrid said, what's the point? They've said 65 million. And Arsenal tried their luck.
Yeah.
It got pushed up to 65 million or whatever it is, if that's the figure. Then there's no reason to not sell. And especially if Kai Havertz wants to leave as well.
Yeah, because Bayern and Real were in, but I think they were probably in based off historical interest because when they were both in for him when he was leaving Leverkusen as well, isn't it? But obviously, as soon as Chelsea set their value, they were out. So from when they're out, and Arsenal's the only team that's willing to meet that valuation, you've got to sell if you're Chelsea, kind of thing. And I understand why they might be doing so.
De La Strada?
Yeah, question. We got sidetracked. Joey, you meant to tell me some players that are around the price range of Havertz that are better.
Not necessarily better. Well, I think Caicedo better. I think
in the number 8.
He's not in the same price range.
In the number 8.
They want 120 mil now.
So you'd rather have Caicedo as a number 8 over Havertz?
Well, I think that's just bait.
But the only reason why I would, because he also has that utility function.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like we can play him DM. We can also play him right.
In terms of, we're only talking about number 8.
Yeah, but Dilla,
we're only talking about playing number 8.
With all due respect, goals is not the biggest problem with Arsenal. And if you are going to try and address the problem with Arsenal, it's not bloody Kai Havertz.
No, but give me the list. So you rather have Caicedo over
and
Mount.
I've said
Mount over Havertz.
Just for that function.
For that number 8, yeah. Okay.
So my sorry, let me just repurpose what I said. So it's not people who I know are like statistically better or like people who I think I'd rather take a gamble on than Kai Havertz is what I meant.
And I think that's where I am with Joey. But and I know what you're saying.
Give me the name.
I know what you're saying.
One of the guys Liverpool are linked with. I'd rather try him out than Havertz. If I'm going to be that Thuram guy.
Yeah, Thuram.
I've been watching this guy for
as a number 8. Thuram's not number 8, is he?
You can play number 6. You can play number 8. I think he can play number 8 better than Havertz, bro. So hang on. Let me just say, Della. Remember, Kai Havertz isn't a number 8 either.
No.
So when I'm saying 6 that I think is capable of scoring goals and creating goals, playing him in the number 8 who has aggression as well, of course I'm going to try my mind.
Essentially, what I'm trying to say, there's not that many that we can think of right now off the top of our head.
But that doesn't prove they're not out there though. Like, of
course not.
Arsenal's a club with means. They should be.
It doesn't prove that, but I'm saying based on the fact that Strives is rubbish in the sign, I'm saying what's out there.
I'm not rubbish in it.
You kind of are.
You are.
I'm just not happy about it.
If Jack is leaving,
are you not happy because you've been bumped?
Off the top of your head that comes out that says, you know what, he can replace. Like, who can replace Xhaka?
But for 65 million though.
But
65 million. I think I can find.
If you're scouting, you can probably find someone cheaper.
Yeah, but then that's what. So what are you not doing?
I'm saying of what we know. Yeah,
but remember.
But the thing is,
okay, remember Stripes. One thing I said to Stripes is the one thing I want to see from Liverpool is I don't want to see like this obvious like thing. I want to see some just working hard to find players that can like dislodge these guys. And if you said to me at that time, well, Arsenal are going to get Kai Havertz for 65 million, that would have pissed me off. And it's still kind of, I think it's lazy.
But the truth of the matter is, Arsenal have probably got, Arsenal,
What about Barella?
Hang on.
Nah.
Let me finish first.
Italian.
Arsenal got Lukonga.
But he's mad. He's a World Cup. Sorry.
So Arsenal got Lukonga. Did you know about Lukonga?
I didn't know about Lukonga on my radar.
But it seems like it's failing. It's not a thing that's like, there's things that's been tried and it's not worked. So in life, unless you get it right, unless it works, you'll be criticised either way. If you get sort of signing that no one really knows, it doesn't work. Why did you get someone that no one knows?
Yeah, but
if you get someone that
see Lukonga though, like the cost of Lukonga being rubbish is going to be way less.
Because he's from Anderlecht or something, and he was one of their key players as well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're missing the point. I just gave you an example of you're saying scout and bring someone we don't really know. If it doesn't work, either way, you'll be criticised.
I hear you, but don't you think that we're still in that same position, but spending a lot more to be in that same position?
I don't think you're in the same, because
They've got more scouting depth on Havertz.
You're all aware because you just said you're like, I thought you as an Arsenal.
You know how I speak, man. I don't think he's a wasted signing because what did I say?
You said you're like, yeah, you're still with it.
No, but I think he's talking about you.
No, but he's meant to be one of us. He says Arsenal's his number one choice. Isn't it?
Have you supported 3 teams before, bro?
Yeah, it's difficult, bro.
Exactly. You think it's easy? Yeah.
If there was cameras there, you see this guy smiling at this get out of jail card that Joey gave him. Yeah, go on.
I don't know what the question
Sam,
is.
your glasses came off, so you've gone all serious, man.
Yeah.
I realised, look, I need my fan. I don't need my sunglasses.
You know what? You were talking about obviously the scouting network, and I was challenging. Yeah, and I was.
Yeah, so unless it works, it's an issue nonetheless.
No, I'm with you on
and I
that.
think with Havertz here, it's less of a risk because you know he's a good player. Fair enough, he hasn't worked at Chelsea, but he's 3 years in the Prem.
At minimum, he's going to give you 6.5.
But okay,
Average
but
per game.
remember, we don't actually know where Arteta is going to deploy him. We're assuming it's number 8, isn't
Yeah.
it? But imagine he is there to be number 2 or even be number 1 to Gabby Jesus. Do you know how fuming?
Yeah, but
All of us will be.
I think he should be above him.
Who?
Trossard should be above him.
Of course, Trossard could, like, in my opinion,
Above who?
Trossard could even do.
If it's number 9.
Yeah, Trossard
but
can do number 9. Trossard can do number 8.
again,
Trossard
squad
could do.
depth. This is what Arsenal this season are not in a position whereby you're playing in Europa, so you can afford to play your B team. You need to play your a good team from the start
I'm with Della,
to the
bro.
end.
I'm with
Yeah,
Della on this.
I hear him on that point, but then it just goes to my question. Just goes to ask: do you spend 65 all in on squad depth in Kai Havertz?
No, it's not necessarily squad depth. It's you need to get players of a certain quality in each position.
So you're in favour of the signing?
Yeah, I think it works.
I'm in favour of the signing as well, but obviously the fee is the issue. But it's not my money, man. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and I try to lean on that as well, but it is.
But if he doesn't do well, you know he's gonna be knocking on your door.
It's just it just underwhelms me, kind of thing. But then if we get that in conjunction with. If we get that in conjunction with, let's say, the Declan Rice that
we're moving on to that next.
You know, that we're chasing. Obviously, I wanted Caicedo. Doesn't look like we're gonna get him. We've pulled out of that. We've also been linked to a few other players.
Yeah.
I saw Xavi Simmons.
I think he's been linked with a few clubs, you know. I'm not sure what's going on there. I mean, he's just trying, his agent's just trying to, exactly, just trying to rile up clubs.
Julian Timber, whatnot.
I think that's I think apparently he said he wants to go to Arsenal, so I think that one.
It's whether Ajax will set the price.
Yeah. And again, you lot's I don't find you lot to be great negotiators.
But you say that, but so let's move on to this Declan Rice one.
Yeah.
So I think he'll at 90 million. Yeah, he'll be West Ham's most expensive player, right? Mm-hmm. And he'll be Arsenal's most expensive signing. So Arsenal, they haven't done anything wrong in this thing. But I think what people need to make room for is that I think if Arsenal even went in for 100 million, West Ham would have still delayed it because
potentially
they now City are in. Of course, there's a bidding war.
Yeah.
Do we even know that City's in because they haven't even placed the bid yet?
I keep on hearing that.
So my thing is what did you think West Ham? You based on what you just said, you said West Ham were going to delay it. So why are they going in from now then?
No, obviously you hope they don't.
Yeah,
like
but
Arsenal went straight in for 80 million. He's still West Ham's highest player, and still Arsenal's most expensive signing.
Yeah.
They said no. They went in with 90. They said no.
No, but
the second time, what they did, which was stupid, is they went in at 75 all in with 15 add-ons. So you've actually offered less up front.
No. It's not less up front. I think you have to look at the structure of the payment. So maybe it's 75, but we'll probably pay it in a shorter time period. I don't know.
Those payments as well with transfers is crazy because they don't really ever exchange cash. They just move like from ledger to ledger. So if this person is still paying off like 100 million for 5 players for last season, this team, then they just move that debt over to another club most of the times as well, bro.
Okay,
because it's just long.
Crazy.
Okay. But in terms of what you were saying, like you said that you kind of clocked that there's going to be a delay. Like it's their biggest transfer ever. They're going to have to conduct it properly. So I think personally, I felt like there's a reason why Man City didn't go in. Or we didn't hear anything about Man
Yeah.
City from the off, or we didn't hear anything about Man United from the off.
Well, typically, Man City don't tend to go in for players until they know that player is available or open to them as well.
That's my thing. So if that, and I feel like that's how Arsenal should be moving. Like with the research that you do before all of these things, we should like.
But that's not been Arsenal's issue, because Declan, I think we've always known that personal terms have been agreed with Declan. So as far as Declan's concerned,
But that's what I was going to say, though, in terms of
Arsenal.
if Arsenal know that the player wants to come to them, why are you not going to West Ham and going, right, so how much are you actually looking for?
Yeah, but you got to remember, David Sullivan's a bit of a weasel, bruv.
You know the players going in it. You know the
Simon
players going.
Jordan, he is.
Yeah, but I think that's what I'm saying. Simon Jordan. Some people might call Simon Jordan a weasel, bro.
Yeah, bro. He nearly took Crystal Palace to the abyss, bro. Like, he nearly made them come. Bro, he nearly took them out of the league, bro. He nearly made Crystal Palace not be a team.
I don't think that makes you a weasel, but I think in terms of Sullivan, he has to get the best deal for the club.
But apparently he's got links, or has been involved in the media, or has been some sort of have had some sort of stake or shares in media companies. So he's very well versed in how to run the media, how to work the media. And if you notice,
why aren't you lot?
Because we're not David Sullivan.
But I'm saying that obviously
But even though you're saying why don't you
lot should have the ability to work the deals and know who David Sullivan is.
The seller and the buyer is very different.
But what if we are doing that? What if we are doing that? Because you're saying you lot should do that, but then obviously we're seeing a lot of stuff.
Do you feel like you lot have handled this deal well?
I think so.
No. In terms of, do I feel... My opinion's constantly changing because I don't know. But at the beginning, I was like, "No, this is ridiculous." I thought that we were very immature, and it was silly dealing.
What would you have gone in at?
What would I've gone in at?
Yeah.
So my assumption is, if I liken it to, like, I do property, yeah. So I'm an estate agent. So if I am selling a house for 600,000 and I've got a buyer and I know what his budget is, yeah. So that budget, let's say his budget is 650,000, but I know he's looking for a bit of a deal. So if I'm talking to that buyer, I'm talking to that buyer. So me and that buyer, we've been talking, getting prepared. I'm saying, I've got this property coming onto the market, X, Y, and Z. I've spoken to the seller. Yeah. The seller wants 600,000, but you know what? Between you and I think I can get it accepted at 550. Yeah, I'm talking to this buyer and I know that he's got a budget of 650. I'm talking to this buyer. So we've almost agreed terms. So now the property's live. It's on the market. He's had a look at it. Everything's dope. And then I say,
demand's gone up, baby.
What's your offer? And then he comes in at 500,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, bro, like, hold on a second. The asking price is 600.
You're wasting my time.
You're wasting my bloody time. The asking price is 600. I've told you I might be able to, off record, I've told you I might be able to sort you out a little bit of a discount based on dialogue with the seller. You've come in at 500. So that guy that's wasted my time, that's where he was Arsenal. So I'm thinking Arsenal and Declan and West Ham, they've had all these discussions. So you know what the personal terms are. You know what West Ham are after. And then it's time to make the bid.
That's exactly how I feel, because like before these transfers happen, you have to be in constant dialogue. The only thing that can change is, the demand has gone up. So the demand's gone up, so the price has gone up.
So when I said David Sullivan is potentially a weasel, I came from the perspective of...
Okay.
So that was my original perspective that I just described to you, man. So now I'm reading and I'm hearing from different publications. You know, when you're invested, obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm reading everything, right?
Of course.
I'm now hearing, okay, and I'm noticing that where's all these leaks coming from? Fabrizio, Ornstein, they're saying that it's the same thing like a million times a day, and it's like
that's jarring, by the way.
Yeah, and then you're hearing, Arsenal's going to submit their third bid today. Where's the bid? Man City's about to come in with the bid. Where's the bid? Where's it coming from? I'm starting to think, David Sullivan's potentially manipulating, playing the media to drive up, because obviously Declan Rice is his most valuable asset, and he's got a gentleman's agreement with the fella to leave at this window, but he wants to get the most money for him. So maybe he's manipulating the media. And where you said Arsenal should also play the media, maybe Arsenal are. Maybe Arsenal's like, all right, so you think you're going to rush me into... All right, let me see these bids then. And they've sat back. And there's no bids. Yeah. There's been no bids from City.
Yeah, but even City, they might just come out and then the deal's done, bruv. That's how their business is
historically.
But that's when personal terms have been agreed with them. Only personal terms have been agreed with Declan. City would do that if they have spoken to the player.
But if he's agreed personal terms of Arsenal, he can easily agree personal terms of City.
But we haven't heard it.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, because it seems like there isn't an issue with the 90 million valuation.
Right.
The issue seems to be the add-ons. So if maybe Arsenal had a discussion. So as a club, what add-ons can I say to you is realistic or unrealistic? Okay, they're saying, if we win the league, no, that's not realistic. But I don't think Arsenal would be that stupid to say that. But if you say, okay, maybe we win the Champions League, you have to ask yourself these questions. At what point is a realistic add-on that West Ham will be like, yeah, okay, Declan has to score X amount of goals. You're negotiating. You have to come from your side.
But surely you know the figure that you need to end. But
that's what I'm saying.
You'll know the figure the club kind of
want. It seems
want.
to be 90, but it's the add-ons that they're not happy with.
Right.
So it's like, okay, what add-ons can I give you that will make sense? And it's
They almost want the clear money rather than the...
Yeah, and that's why, and this is why I think, Arsenal could have went in with 90 million cash. They just said, no, we want 100. Because they value Declan Rice at 120, right?
Yeah,
But
plus
the mere fact they are willing to accept 90 if the add-ons are realistic, it just shows
there's a willingness.
There's a willingness, but it seems like from their side, they're holding tight until more people come into the party.
I think,
but the problem that they gotta have, and what they do have, is unless there is legitimacy behind the City interest, there isn't anyone that's prepared to meet the valuation that they've set for Declan Rice other than Arsenal.
And something I said is that I always thought if another team came in and offered that 80 million, the deal would have been done at 80 million. I feel like if let's say, for example, nobody else wanted Declan Rice, or we didn't know anyone else wanted Declan Rice.
I think Arsenal offered 80 million plus 10 mil add-ons.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to you is that I think
5 mil add-ons.
If we didn't know anyone else wanted Declan Rice and Man City came in at 80 million, I think the deal would have been done at 80 million.
What, based on?
Yeah, because there's no one else in the market.
But there wasn't no one else in the market for Declan Rice when Arsenal put that.
But exactly, so what I'm trying to say.
No, but I'm saying that I think Man City are just a bit more competent at getting deals over the line, and I think they would have gotten the deal because
it's
just because of how they did it.
It's the structure, because
I think Man City probably would have put up more cash up front because they can, and
more realistic add-ons saying, yeah, we're going to win the league.
Yeah, exactly.
But not even, because I don't think add-ons is an issue. I think it's
I think the add-ons very much is because the add-ons have to be realistic.
No, but because you guys are making add-ons an issue, I'm saying, like, because you lot aren't coming with...
we're not making add-ons an issue.
No, hang on. Because you're not coming with as much upfront cash.
75 mil.
Bro. That's not enough for them. So I'm saying, I think in Man City's situation, they would have known that these guys are not cash rich.
No, Joey, Man City and Arsenal can do the identical offer, but Man City's will be stronger because the add-ons for Man City... will be
more realistic.
Exactly, more realistic. If Man City
but you know the add-ons aren't for Man City to pay up.
Yes, it's
so they're not going to. They wouldn't put in we win the league because that's going to be more likely to pay out. Yeah, it has to be something that is attainable, but that isn't as easy as winning the league for Man City. So something like that, them winning the Champions League would be an add-on. It wouldn't be that would be an unrealistic add-on for Arsenal. But not for Man City. But Man City also struggled to win the Champions League. But it wouldn't be winning the league, and it wouldn't be a majority of the add-on.
But Joey, we're coming off a season where Man City's just done the continental treble. So although I agree with you that winning the Champions League is a difficult add-on, it is still an achievable add-on that any player,
it's an achievable add-on for Arsenal as well.
Of course, it's not impossible because we're in the competition, but
so you know when you do add-ons,
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, £10 million of add-ons.
My winning the league is different to City winning the league.
So, for example, winning the league as an add-on, you would put 5 million out of that 10 million. Winning the league for Man City, you put 2.5 million on that because it's more likely with Man City. But that's how the add-on structure works. But I'm just saying that Man City are more likely to pay with more cash up front.
Yeah.
And when you do the more cash up front, that's because like West Ham, they need cash. So that's how you get those deals over the line. And I think Arsenal are always a bit tight when it comes to cash up front, and they're always structured.
It's their bank account. They're not like that.
Yeah, but it's like, for example,
we've got money, man. The Cronkies have got money, but look how many successful.
But I think the problem is that Arsenal doesn't pay out as much as all of his other successful franchises. So the upfront cash they have to put into
he's winning with all these other franchises and teams. I feel like Arsenal's next up. Like, obviously, this is probably me probably be being hopeful.
Yeah.
Put that bet on the table.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Oh, he's still on the table now.
Nah, it's not. I just wanted to show you
Let me ask you guys a question. So if you were Declan Rice, realistically, where would you go?
Where would
If you had the option between Man City and Arsenal, where would you go?
And Man United.
No, Man City and Arsenal.
I could go to rightfully. I could go to Man City because I've been slumming it out.
It's
with
not
Man.
rightfully.
No, it's rightfully because some people might see it as you just took the easier route out. But I've been slumming it with West Ham, bro, and I won a major trophy with them. It's my time to go and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how much football you play.
There
man.
we go. That's what I'm saying. So
I think for someone like him, and I think Arsenal probably give it to him.
He's gone from playing 150% of the games every season. He could take a couple of games off.
No, but
I think he's got the aspiration now.
So if he come into play as a number 6, he's not replacing Rodri.
He could replace Stones.
Yeah, but Stones.
Yeah, potentially.
He could.
Actually, that's a good shout.
But Stones is like a defender.
He's not really in the squad as a number 6.
Yeah.
He's a player who can play number 6.
Yeah, so if you look at number 6, is he going to replace Rodri? No, so he's not going to play as many games as he would probably like to.
Yeah.
Do I think Pep will play him as a number 8? Okay, he's not Gundogan. He's not Bernardo Silva, so I don't see that. And he just got Kovacic.
He's more Yaya Toure.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I see him? Obviously, he's not a good example of
I don't think he's going
as a football player,
Man City, to be fair.
Yeah,
as a football player and one that probably backs himself and one with ego, you're probably, because I feel like you was about to ask me the question, and
I just assumed you say Arsenal.
Yeah, the biasness is Arsenal, but actually it's Man City because you back yourself. Like if you're the best, you're the
Remember
best
like
player.
Jack Grealish, as well.
But
He could have
Jack
gone to
Grealish-
another team that would have offered him more game time. He went there.
But I feel with Jack Grealish, there was no one in Man City when they weren't in competition with anyone. They just met his release clause.
Declan Rice, as much as he's potentially overpriced, he is actually a very talented player, and he's got the potential in his ceiling is quite high. So if he backs himself and especially considers Pep to be a coach that might help him attain attain that potential, you go to City, bro, because you're guaranteed trophies, bro.
You'll be on the world stage, limelight as well.
I agree. Or you can look at it in a way whereby you say, okay, I'm assuming, I don't know what position he wants to play, but he plays as a number 6 for England. West Ham. I
don't think he wants to play number 6.
I don't know,
because when I watched the one interview when Yaya Toure came to his house, he bases his game on Yaya Toure.
Yeah,
and he wants to play. He wants to drive forward with the ball. So I think he wants to play number 8.
Yeah, but is he going to do that? Is he going to do that at Man City?
But do you know why he can do it at Man City? Because remember they lost Gundo. They're trying to play different forms of football. Obviously they got Kovacic, but Declan Rice offers something different to Kovacic.
No, I agree. Or you can look at it as a player whereby you say, okay, it depends your mindset. It depends. You can say, do I want to go to City or okay, you can win the City. You can win I heard someone say you can win the Prem with City. Yeah, you just won it. Or you could potentially go to Arsenal and win it, and
that's not happening, bro.
Not saying it's not happening. What I'm to say it's the same mentality that Ferguson said he wanted to break up the dominance of Liverpool. Yeah. So Rice would be like, maybe I want to, and City.
He'll become a legend at Arsenal, and
become a legend at Arsenal.
The fans would love
He's
it.
already a legend, bro.
But I'm just
your legendary status isn't as
okay. No, but just look at
worth more than West Ham's.
Look at the fans, the Arsenal fans, like attention and uproar regarding the Declan Rice attention.
That can backfire, bro.
Yeah, that can backfire. Of course it can. Of course it can. But then look at the indifference that City fans and whatnot.
No, we don't know any City fans.
Remember,
we don't know any real City fans, bro.
I mean, that's harsh.
No, if they were a City fan before 2012, then you can't talk, bro.
What about Don Peps, Alex that played for Belmont?
Before 2012.
I know he's a fraud, but at the same time, bruv, you're disrespecting one of the panelists, bruv. What about De La Strada, bruv?
He said it's only for Pep. So
come on, self-confess.
What was the question?
He said we don't know any. He said we don't know any real City fans.
No comment.
No, but it's a good point that De La Strada puts to everyone, because
another thing as well, just so Dre man, is if you were Declan, and you're looking at City signing Kovacic and Arsenal signing Havertz, will that affect where you might want to play next season?
But I think that comes back to the point, though.
No,
what position are you going to be playing at these clubs? And that's
not just that though. It's like it's the intent. Like, who's signing?
So
Yeah, but City might say to you, "Look, you've seen it. Like, we got a squad
I'm
here."
asking
I'm saying from
What would you say if you were Rice?
Yeah, what would you say if you were Declan Rice? What would you say? You're like, so you're now aware that City and Arsenal's after you. Are you going to take into account the business both clubs are doing in making your decision?
Yeah, you have to.
And if you are, where are you leaning towards?
I'd go Arsenal because it's location as well.
There we go. And also, you can look at it from and say, okay, Arsenal signed Kovacic. Arsenal signed Havertz.
Yeah, City signed Kovacic, you mean?
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
He's getting confused. He doesn't know which clubs
he supports. As I said, it's very difficult sometimes.
You said Tonali.
So you can look at it and say, okay, I could potentially watch Kovacic play from the bench.
Yeah.
Or I could potentially play with Havertz week in, week out.
Play with Havertz.
Yeah, because he's going to come as a 6. Havertz will play as an 8. He's going to come as a 6.
What, you think he's going to dislodge Thomas Partey?
Partey's in Lyon.
Partey's going to man. He's
I think Partey might be going.
Yeah, that's the rumour.
But remember your question is, I can watch Kovacic from the bench or play with Havertz.
Yeah, week
I'm
in, week
watching
out.
Kovacic, bro, man.
There we go, then.
I'm not playing with
Havertz,
bro.
No, but just to put it out there, if Declan comes to Arsenal and Partey stays, he's going on the bench.
I agree.
Irrespective of how much we pay. Because I think Partey is...
Partey's going on the bench?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, because I still think Partey is better than him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to give him at least a chance to redeem himself. If you are thinking of selling him and you don't sell him, he's here.
Who needs
now
to
let him play.
Partey?
Yeah, because...
Why though?
Because if the reports are true that they're trying to get rid of him and then they can't get rid of him and he's still here, he's still a good player... You got to give him, for whatever the reason that you thought you might want to sell him, you got to give him a reason to redeem himself, a chance to redeem himself.
If he's being sold, I struggle to believe it's footballing reasons.
We'll just have to wait and see where it ends up, right?
Yeah.
I still think he'll end up at Arsenal.
I think so.
Yeah. Then we're linked to Nigerian Timber, right back, hybrid, centre back.
Hey, you lot are moving as if it's AFTV. Move on away from Arsenal, man. What's this? How long has it been?
It's been 50 minutes on Arsenal.
5-0.
Yeah, let's talk about...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't got nothing to say.
We're the greatest.
Would you want to move on to Liverpool, Joey?
It's actually crazy because I told you guys if you don't get me started, I could talk on this Arsenal.
No, we can. Because they're how can I say it? They're kind of key transfers that have come at the moment.
I think they're providing entertainment, bro. They're not that they're making fools of themselves, but they're also not.
No, but they're the biggest transfers so far for the Prem, right? Those two.
Which in financially?
Yeah, for that they're big.
Oh, who's better, Havertz or McAllister?
Oh, come on, man.
I think with 35 million for McAllister, I'm taking him, man.
So what, you're
he's saying he's a better player, bro.
No, but even just for the price tag, bro, I'm taking him, bro.
Even McAllister in his first season at Brighton was better than Havertz, bro.
I'm taking McAllister.
Strides, who are you taking?
The thing is, it's crazy because it's like immediately I wanted to back Havertz because I'm viewing him as an Arsenal player.
You have to.
But the truth of the matter is, man, like if I was to rank how disgusted I was when I heard about Havertz compared to how happy I probably would have been if he had a McAllister
At 35 mil.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say McAllister, but
even if you got McAllister at 150 mil, bro.
But now that they even double that, you would have been happy.
No, but what I will say, Havertz is more talented than him.
Yeah, okay.
He is though.
Yeah, okay. I said okay. Bro, I said okay. You don't have to justify. I said okay.
No, the way you said it.
Where's it my tone?
What's tone? What's McAllister got over him?
Bro, passing range, shooting.
Maybe he hasn't.
Okay, I don't have.
Sorry, not passing range.
Just say you don't know about McAllister.
Shooting, he doesn't have over
He has
him.
better shooting. He has better passing. He has better ball retention. What else you want to do, bro?
How's he got better shooting?
How's he got better ball retention?
How many goals did your boy score?
Who's my boy?
You know who your boy is, bro.
Don't call Havertz.
You better say his name, bro.
Don't call Havertz my boy.
How many goals did Havertz bang last season, bro?
I don't know, 4 or 5.
How many did McAllister bang from CM?
How many do you think McAllister will bang out Chelsea?
No, I'm just saying, how many did he bang from CM?
How many do you think he'll bang out Chelsea?
I'm just saying, because remember, one was playing up front, one was playing in midfield. How many goals did one score?
Havertz got 7 goals and 1 assist.
And what did
Got 10 all season, bro.
What did McAllister get?
Yeah, I think Joey knows that.
I think he got 10 in the Premier League, bro.
How many pens?
From midfield. No pens. Not one.
McAllister takes the penalties.
Not one pen, bro.
McAllister takes Brighton's penalties.
So McAllister got
Bro,
10 goals, 2 assists.
Hang on, bro.
Yeah, but how many of those were penalties? Because let's verify what Dennis Strada said.
I made that up, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because I can tell that Joey.
No,
Joey
I know he banged at least 5 goals from that weren't penalties, bro. And if from midfield, that's always better. I knew it was happening. That's always better. That, like, if you play up front,
Yeah,
I mean, there's no competition, bro. But why did you say that though?
No, because I just think like Havertz, or if you can play like a range of positions, like false nine,
you know that every
right.
position that Havertz can play, you know McAllister can play that position, bro. It's crazy for you to think otherwise.
McAllister can play on the left.
What do you mean? You don't think McAllister?
I just asked.
You don't think a Cam can play on the left, bro?
You said he can play every position.
I'm saying
I've seen Havertz play all of them.
Remember, we're talking about raw attributes. Yeah.
I'm saying I've seen Havertz do it.
Okay, cool.
Has McAllister done it? Answer the question.
No, but just because you've seen somebody do it doesn't mean. I said he can play. That doesn't mean you have to see somebody play there.
So my comment was, I think Havertz is a more talented football player.
What does that mean, though, bro?
I just feel like he's got more, and he's a better footballer.
Like what? Because Havertz can't. He's not like a.
Havertz can.
He hasn't got vision.
Havertz can, in my opinion, can do almost off the ball. His awareness, his positioning, his touch.
Bro, you just said this guy is one of the worst players in the world.
No. I'm
not doing this. You know what,
Joey? What I said.
Havertz is better, bro.
Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
What I said, but all these attributes, all these attributes, I don't see why we're spending 65 mil for those attributes to do utility in our team. That's what I said. Like, but when it comes to the goals and like his effective, his potency in front of goal, he's trash.
Yeah,
he's trash. But I don't see McAllister being that much greater. That's why I'm saying that I would prefer McAllister signing if I have to choose between the two. But
I would as well, bro. 35 million for a World Cup winner.
But I didn't ask who's more talented. So I feel like there's more potential for Havertz to be a better signing.
Be interesting. We're going to have to wait and see at the beginning of the season, man. And then wait to the end of the season to see who performs well and if those price tags are justified. I mean, 35 million, I don't even think you can't. I mean, for me, the price tag's already justified with that one. I don't think we have to really look into McAllister.
Wait, quick one. Do you have you watched McAllister play, bro? Because you didn't know about his 10 goals from midfield.
No, I've obviously I watched the Prem and I watched him at Brighton and I watched the World Cup and I see what he's done.
So how can you watch that and not think that he's better than Havertz or more talented than Havertz?
No, because
remember how small he is, bro. This guy,
yeah, but then
you
also,
can't move him off the ball, bro.
Like, I'm gonna be a hypocrite here, and I'm gonna say that I'm also remembering Havertz at Bayer Leverkusen.
You don't know Havertz about Liverpool.
Yeah,
with all due respect, like you know of the legend of him. When he came to England, all of that shit was deleted, bro. Delete all that shit.
It was
my
deleted.
man. This 5-foot brother came from Argentina.
It was deleted, but remember, I don't think I've ever watched a player as much as I've watched. I've watched every analysis video because I've been trying to convince myself the guy's good for my club.
Do me a favor,
Were you
bro.
saying Karma was giving you those videos?
No, he didn't give me anything. If anything, he was
gave you hell, bro.
He was making me think that I was right more because I've never seen a Chelsea. How can a Chelsea fan be? He's convincing me why Kai Havertz should be going. Like he's not more.
Even when he puts a video link in the Footy Banter group, I never know whether he's being real or bantering.
I'll tell you what Karma does. He's a fraud. He covers all bases. So he's trolling and he's happy to see the back of Kai Havertz pause. But then at the same time, he's also he's justifying it so that if the signing comes good, he can turn around and say, I told you, don't worry about the price of gold.
See the receipts.
Don't worry about the price of the shovel when digging for gold. Like he's just like he's a very, very irritating fan to argue with, bro. But
okay, that moves us on to Liverpool anyway with this McAllister thing. But I was going to say, I don't think there's been much transfer activity there, which I'm a bit surprised by Liverpool because I know they're not bad at their business, but I would say as well that you've given Diaz the number 7 shirt as well.
Yeah, no skin off my nose, really, man. Like I don't really care about that kind of shit.
You had the 7 before.
Can't remember, bro. Really can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Them testing questions.
Yeah. Gonna expose me as a
exactly.
only a Dulwich Hamlets fan. I want to say James Milner. Nah, I'm joking.
No, you might be right, bro. Nah, I'm pulling your leg.
But obviously we Diaz really and truly is like a new signing, man, because we saw him come back and do a little injection into us when he got back from injury. But it's all quiet on our front, man, and that's really worrying because again, I've heard so much about it,
and so many players have left the team as well. So then, do you look at it from a standpoint of all those arguably fringe players, but they're still leaders and they bring something to your squad? So you know your navigators.
No, I think
Alex Oxlade.
I think our board is stingy.
Yeah,
I think Klopp is stubborn enough to think he's got enough to start the season,
even with the outgoings. Because you only brought one in.
But remember, those outgoings weren't really. There were outgoings even this season, bro, because they weren't really available.
No, you're right though. It was Milner.
It's not number 6.
No, it's at 7.
Shame. But anyway, yeah. So, bro, you see how that number 7 number's been hogged for the last.
Yeah, it's been proper hogged, man. I don't even know how he got the number 7 shirt either.
Nah, he was bullied when he first came. He had the most assists for us in the Champions League for like 3 seasons in a row.
But bro, that's still squad depth that you lacked last season, and it cost you
for sure.
And you can't afford to lack that again.
But you have to remember, we've got couple players coming back, like that young Bajcetic who was injured is coming back. So I think he'll kind of see that. Like, any excuse to be stingy because Liverpool are fucking stingy, bro.
Yeah, I think you,
like even that signing.
I think you signed another 2 players.
We should, but even signing McAllister for 35 million, like don't let it trick you into think that we're here to spend money, bro. We're like,
that was just a good deal.
When I found out it was 35 million, I felt robbed.
Why?
I felt robbed
because you thought you were doing some good business.
Yeah. I thought we're out here, we're spending money, doing some good scouting, grabbing these players.
You are. You're just being economical and thrifty.
Yeah, I don't know if that works anymore, man. I don't know. Like I'm thinking how much Roberto Firmino was being paid when he left, bro, man. It's like it's a bit of a travesty still, man. But the game's the game, man. But I'm not. For us right now, it's never really sunshine, man. It's always like shit. What's going to happen? What we're going to do? And then we rely on the fact that we've got a good coach and we had a decent enough talisman like Virgil van Dijk or Alisson to guide us through without making signings. Because remember, before that, we hadn't signed nobody, bro. Like Arthur was the worst signing we ever made, but first midfield signing in God knows how long.
Van Dijk on holiday with KDB. Crazy, huh?
Boys, isn't it?
Boys.
Maybe KDB can rub off on him, bro.
Yeah, so someone else was on that holiday as well.
Yeah, there was another guy as well.
I think I saw the picture.
Yeah.
But what about your team though? Because some people were
United
styling at the LV show in Paris.
Yeah,
when it should have been on the training ground.
Yeah, definitely. Sancho needs to get back to training, bruv. I don't know what he's doing, bruv. I don't know what he's doing.
He's not on the retained list, is he?
I don't think so.
I'm hearing news that he's could be available for 45 million. That might even be a boops, you know.
Would you sell Sancho at this point? Would you cash out, or do you think that too much has happened? Obviously, what's his name? Eric Ten Hag has obviously taken him in for mental health rehabilitation, brought him back into the team. What have you? Do you think he gives up on him now, or
was it electroconversion therapy?
I don't know.
Really tried to shock the game.
It's a tough one to call, you know, because
what is wrong with this guy?
It's a real thing, you know. You know, you get to pray the game when he counts.
This guy is too stupid.
He tried to electrocute the softness out of you, bro.
This guy's dumb. You probably didn't hear what he said.
I think you're right, Strives, in terms of if a bid came in now and it's 45-50 million, I think you might have to take that.
Really?
Because he's played that badly in my mind. He went away, he did his thing, and yeah, like when I saw him in the final at Wembley, I just couldn't believe this guy was still on the pitch. Like, he just looked woeful.
If you like saw him, he wasn't great, but you saw him like putting in a proper effort.
But he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
But I'm saying if you saw that, and you saw him like he's not in Paris right now. Right now, he's He's gone with the guy who rehabilitated Michael Jordan or some shit like that. He's pulled the stops out to get back into the game.
No, I would say like you can live your life, but in terms of you've got to also show what you're saying, that you're putting in the hard work behind the scenes. Like if you really want to,
because if I was a United fan and I saw him there, I don't care, bro.
But
Like,
it's not.
Don't show me your holiday, bro.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I don't be seen when you see when you're out here with your man them, and you don't want your girl to see you. So when the camera phone comes out, you duck.
It almost reminds me.
Yeah, I don't do that. But some people do that, bro.
Nah, I know what you're saying. As in, like, cool. Like, everyone deserves their holiday. Everyone deserves their downtime. Everyone deserves their privacy.
But it does
be private with it.
Yeah, but it reminds me.
When you go out, wear one chain, don't wear 5.
Yeah.
Let Sancho do that. Let Rashford do that because Rashford's been bagging on. Wear one chain, bro.
Yeah. I hear what I get his analogy.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, like you need to really lower your volume down, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of reminds me of Pogba. Pogba has always been out there.
But why are you just like singling him out? What about Martial? There's a good couple of your players.
No, there's a good couple. Okay, Martial, he had a crappy injured season.
We know that Martial is likely, he's not on the retain list.
No, I don't think he was actually.
So I think Martial.
Daily Mail reported there's a bag of players that's
13.
leaving. Yeah, like McTominay, Fred. I think,
but even if we didn't have that retain list, I think everybody's on the notion that his time at Man United's done.
What, Sancho already?
No, Martial.
Okay.
But with Sancho, we don't know.
Yeah.
So if I'm Sancho, I'm kind of showing the club that I want to be here.
Yeah.
If I'm Martial, I'm showing the club like I've tried, you've tried. It's time's up.
It is.
So I think that's my only issue with Sancho.
What about Maguire?
Maguire should be showing them. He should be having conversations in the media saying like I've tried my best here.
Yeah, but I think
and talking about the training ground and the gym room.
I think Maguire's obviously he's on a decent like contract and whatnot, and I think that he actually likes the environment at United.
You're saying he should Phil Jones it?
I think there's a possibility. If he doesn't get a better offer, he probably will just hold tight, sit tight, because like go where?
Remember he came from non-league as well, bro.
Yeah, like why would he's just gonna? I think he chills.
Yeah,
kind of thing. But
no, he needs to go, man. He definitely needs to go.
What we go? Where would he go?
What, Maguire?
Yeah. If you're Maguire, where are you going? You've had shit season, couple terrible.
He has to go abroad, doesn't he?
Nah, but you're not going abroad. If you're from fucking Hull or wherever, from where are you going, bro?
Where else can he go though?
No, I'm asking you. If you're Maguire,
I don't know. I don't care about that guy, so I don't really care. I just want him out.
I've always said he should go to Tottenham.
No, I think.
But I mean, I don't know how.
Postecoglou's not having him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say I don't know what the new gaffer's on, but in the previous regimes, he would have done all right there. The way Tottenham play.
I think you're thinking
they always play 5 at the back.
When you're thinking,
he plays good in the 5.
You're thinking of Eric Dyer.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer doesn't even want to be Eric Dyer.
Maguire needs to go, man. Yeah. He needs to go. But another good thing that we saw.
No, but he can't just go though. He has to have somewhere to go. And I think I personally don't think there's anywhere for him to go other than a Burnley. I think at this point,
Maguire?
No, not even Burnley now. Sorry, Burnley before Company was there. Because remember, his last club was Leicester. Leicester was his level, bro. Leicester been relegated. So where does he go now?
It's like he needs to go to one of those clubs where he can almost be like
Nottingham Forest or something.
Even maybe a Fulham. I don't know.
Fulham are actually out for a new centre back because their centre back leaving, and he's been
something like that. He needs to go to a club that's actually where he's going to look better than the team. If that makes sense.
The only problem is I think a lot of these teams have moved on from his type of centre back. So you said Fulham, they had Tosin Adebayo and they had Issa Diop.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Tim Ream. So they have quite mobile players. I guess he could replace Tim Ream, but Tim Ream isn't even like the main CB. So that kind of level of team, like mid-table, I think they kind of moved on from a Harry Maguire, most of them anyway. But
yeah, I hope we get him shipped out. But another good thing to see was I think Greenwood was doing some private training.
My point exactly, bro.
Well, he's doing some private training.
What's the point?
Greenwood could be on holiday, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
You could be on holiday, bro.
Oh, okay.
He's doing private training.
Well, my man knows that like his personal life has encroached on his football.
Yeah. So he has to show. His PR has to be such that he's showing.
Exactly,
bro. Like if I'm Sancho's agent, mum or dad, whatever, I'm saying not today.
Okay.
Or if he wants
Stay
to do
home.
it, like you said, don't put your life on social, man. Just be like,
That's it, hide, bro.
you've had a wash season. Go and do your thing.
He's won a cup and he's finished third.
No.
No. His season's been washed. Let's
No, but I'm just giving it to you.
I know,
He
I
might
know.
be seeing it.
But the
can't.
sad thing about that is that we finished, like you said, third. We've won a cup, and Ten Hag has put his faith into him in terms of sending him back for rehab, then actually bringing him back into the team.
Because people don't come back.
Yeah,
from that.
exactly. And then not only that, he's not performing, and he's still putting him in the team, as in to say, "Come on, bro, like you're gonna show me something now. You're gonna show me."
Or not even that. I need you to do. I have to rely on you, bro, because I haven't got the legs in my team, innit? I need you to do something.
Exactly. He shows the odd kind of glimpse where he will score a goal or do something, and you're like, okay, maybe he is back. And then the next game, you'd be like, nah, something's not right, or he doesn't have the attributes. Like, he doesn't. For me, he needs to hit gym, and he needs strength as well.
No. So one thing I'll say is what he needs. You can't teach that. You can't get it. And it's
man.
jarring, bro.
What does United need, man? You keep talking about what do you need? What are you going for? You're going for Caicedo now. You're going for Mason Mount. What do you guys need?
I think Mount. I think the rumor is that they're going to try and meet to try and get this deal over the line. But if I'm Man United, I'm saying.
Hang on.
They're not saying that.
What did we talk about, bro, on the weekend, bro?
Yeah, what?
They're washed. You lot are fucking washed, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, in fact, apologies to Arsenal, bro, because I called you lot washed, and you are washed. But United, United are moving.
But every United fan will know that our transfer business is always been crazy, stupid, rubbish.
But why haven't you lot gone to meet Chelsea face to face?
We should have done that in the first place.
No, I'm saying, why haven't you done?
You know what? They're also saying that they're not interested in doing that either.
They're not interested.
Is that what they've said? Because I heard the rumor they were going to do it. After the last bid that they rejected, and then there was a counter offer that we didn't accept.
You can't show your face, bro. I wouldn't show my face.
Yeah, I think United have come out and said that they're not interested in this face-to-face meeting that Chelsea have suggested.
Okay.
And they're holding their position on their last.
I respect
that.
United now, because I think we need to be like, okay, we've put in that 55, whatever it is, plus the add-ons,
Move on.
And if you're not accepting that, cool, bro, because we know Mason wants to come to us. January, you're going to get 20 mil. And if he don't sign in January, then he's coming to us for free. Unless he goes somewhere else. But do you know what I'm saying? We need to go in with that mentality and go, cool, you don't want to come, or you don't want to sell him? Cool, he wants to come.
This is why I think you lot are the most washed, because you're even having this conversation knowing that he has 1 year
left on his contract. Exactly.
That's crazy, bro. You shouldn't have offered more than 30 million, bro.
Do you think so?
No. Let someone else have him, bro. Like, you're Man United, like, don't get me wrong, he's a good player.
United's in a position where they're reporting, or someone's leaking, that there's potentially 13 players on the release list. So as much as I hear what you're saying, United also are in a position where they're now in the Champions League again.
Yeah, definitely. And they want to strengthen.
Yeah, they want to strengthen and put up a title push.
That's fine, but they don't have to release 13 players, bro.
They don't have to, but I'm just saying, if they're in that mindset and they think Mason Mount is the legs in the middle that Drayman has been talking about all podcasts, then I can understand why.
So you think they should pay an inflated value?
I don't think they should pay an
not an inflated, but I think we should.
I understand why they've gone in for him. I think
based on your need for a player like Mason Mount, and based on
50 mil, would you spend 50 mil on him?
I say so. Based on your need for the player and the fact that he's on a 1 year contract, what price would you come up to? Because I don't think I could go up to 50.
I would do 40 plus add-ons.
I'll say 45.
45 for some. So how much do you value him? What would you pay for him on a 5 year?
On a 5 year.
Because I think you are like,
I know, but I might be guilty of this English tax, whatnot. But Mason Mount, he got Player of the Season 2 years in a row. He's a Champions League
banging
winner.
Goals.
He's played in a Chelsea team that's been relatively successful. He could go for about 70.
So why did Chelsea want to sell him?
I don't know.
Why doesn't he not want to sign on at Chelsea?
Oh, you know what I think it is at Chelsea? I think it is he's seen the likes of Raheem Sterling, Aubameyang.
He doesn't. Too many colours.
No, not that. I'm talking. I don't know.
Just can't based on what you used.
I might have to edit that part.
I really don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, we might sort this guy out.
You didn't say Mudryk. You didn't say Mudryk.
No, but the point he was trying to make, they're all going downhill, right? Like they're almost taking a bit of a dip.
Oh, now he's being racist.
No, that's not the point. The point I'm making is they're earning like up to 300 grand a week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he's looking at it going, sorry, I'm probably one of your most key players.
Yeah.
So I need parity wage-wise, wage structure.
More than parity, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. My point even adds weight now, is saying like those people were getting paid that much, their performance is doo-doo. Do you see what I'm saying? And he might even be thinking, if their performance is doo-doo, what am I doing?
But he wasn't great last season either.
Yeah, but he had injuries. He was in and out of the team.
But it still wasn't great.
Okay, he wasn't great. He wasn't amazing. He wasn't mind-blowing, don't get me wrong. But you know what? Man United might be what he needs, you know?
So,
I think he's one of those players.
You said 45, 40?
I said 40 million plus add-ons. I think that's kind of fair.
So what? How much all in?
I think 40, 50 million, 40, 45, 50.
You know what's crazy? I think that's how much it would cost even if he was on a 3 year.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think.
Is that because you don't rate him? Or?
No, because I think that's technically what his value is, especially based off of last season.
I feel like that's the same amount like Conor Gallagher would go for. But.
Yeah.
But Conor Gallagher shouldn't be going anywhere for more than 30 million.
I know, but I'm just saying that's.
But I'm just talking about real value, real value, not market value.
Okay.
So like that's his thing, and then maybe bang on another 10 to 15 on English tax. But that's what I'm talking about on a 3-year contract. On a less than 1 year contract.
Yeah, Chelsea's mad. They're trying to get 65 for him. They're trying to get 65, 75. They're crazy.
But I'm
with United for stepping out.
Yeah. 100%.
And even if what I'm saying is true, that they've refused to meet up with them, as much as I know in group chats and stuff, Marley Marl was like saying it's reprehensible that they're conducting business in a way where they haven't even done a face-to-face meet. I get why United is like, why am I wasting my time?
Yeah, 100%. I think they should have moved on.
Yeah, and I think they kind of have to start conducting their business like this, because United, we are known to be pushovers.
Exactly.
We just give in. We give them the money they want because we get desperate.
But that's because you don't conduct your research, bro. You guys are scouting. You've got a couple gems recently. I'll give you that. Or you've pulled some people from the academy. But generally, when it comes to those kind of deals, because you guys don't have good backups or you don't do enough due diligence, that's why it's like it's Sancho or bust. And you end up paying 75 million, or now it's Mason Mount or bust.
Yeah.
And it should never be that.
But the thing is, the rumor is now that we go for Caicedo or something like that. But then how much is that going to be, bro? 120 million? Like,
I think Caicedo might have a release clause.
You know what I'm thinking?
He doesn't actually.
I'll tell you what the thinking behind the Caicedo one is for me. Obviously, you see that he's popularly like linked with Chelsea.
Yeah.
So Chelsea actually need the money from the transfers from Arsenal and United to go for Caicedo.
Fair. That makes sense.
If United say now, you know what? Yeah, all right, cool. You're being mad with Mason, yeah?
Yeah.
Say nothing. And then they say I'm going for Caicedo. It's like a double slap.
No, because remember they took a loan from their Saudi owners.
Who's that?
Remember when they sold Koulibaly and all those guys? Basically, that's a loan from the other owner, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I'm just thinking the thought process behind United saying Caicedo. Like, I'm thinking, do they really want Caicedo, or is it more of a, all right, cool.
If it is, then that's even dumber, bro, man.
Why is it dumber? Because Caicedo will be sick at their team.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
No, I'm saying because Chelsea can sell their players easily, bro. They don't have to.
Not that easy. If it was that easy, I mean, actually, it's rich.
They can sell their
rich
players.
Me saying that,
if they wanted to sell Mason Mount, they can sell Mason Mount
to who?
To Man United for the price that they wanted him for.
Yeah, but
if
when
they really need
that's
the
what I'm saying though.
money to pay for Caicedo,
If the players come to the club and said, I want to leave.
No, but
I want to go to Man United. I want to go to Man United.
He's probably said that, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think they just don't rate United. They just think United will pay them what they want eventually because of the way United historically have done business.
And that's what I'm saying. They don't need the money for.
They do need the money, but I just think they're banking.
Why do you think they need the money?
I think they just. I don't know. This FPP thing or
no,
FFP.
Bro, remember they just sold Koulibaly, Mendy.
So what you reckon they can go for Caicedo
Kante and Ziyech and Havertz, bro. They've sold loads of players, so they definitely can financially balance out buying Caicedo for asking price.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe United's going in for Caicedo because that is their target.
I think they want Caicedo.
United actually want him.
I think they want him.
I think he would be dope.
But if they do want him, why are you going for Mount? Because I think Caicedo is much more.
Remember, Caicedo can play 6, 8.
Yeah, he's very versatile.
Number 2 as well, bro.
He's very versatile.
So like he can play anywhere.
No, but they're not.
But
they're not saying I'm getting Mount and Caicedo. They're saying, all right, cool. You're not giving us Mount.
No, I think
I think the way I've taken it is that they're in for penny in for a pound on all of them.
Okay.
That's what my understanding. I didn't think it was either or.
Be interesting about that one to see if it comes through.
I'm not sure. Obviously,
I never believe. Yeah, no, I never believe anything we do in the transfer market because we're so poor.
No, that's why
you played that.
No, I was playing that, J man.
Nah, you ain't got a clue, man.
We're poor, man.
But to be fair, you lot are waiting for your sell to go through.
Yeah, that's another thing that's pissing me off.
No,
they're Saudi. Qatari, sorry, not Saudi.
What's going on with that though, bro?
That's what I'm saying. It's just fucking poor, man.
It's like
just
Jim Ratcliffe guy,
bro. Like the thing is, I can understand that it's probably pissing off everyone in the club, and I can guarantee you that Eric Ten Hag is probably the most pissed off in the club.
Shouldn't have signed for Man United, then, no?
Yeah, but
because the grants have been moving crazy. So
no, but I think in his mind, bro, it's just like one of those things. It's like, cool, we know that there's a process that's going to take place, and apparently the rumor is there might be another round of bidding, which is just stupid.
But bro, like let's keep it real. It's a large sum of money that's being transferred here, bro. So if I'm the grants, I'm looking to get top dollar for it as well, man. So I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man.
I don't know, man. I at the same time, I just think we need to these things impact our transfer window as well. They shouldn't, but I think they do. Because as a whole, as a club, we don't know the direction as like where we're going. And I feel like once that step is completed, then we can start putting in the other pieces of the jigsaw. At the moment, it feels like, when you've got a 1,000-piece jigsaw, bro, you don't know where the fuck you don't know where you're starting from, bro.
My thing, isn't that Man United every transfer window?
That's what I'm saying, but we want to rectify this.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Eric Ten Hag, I know he will be trying to instill something into the club.
Yeah.
And I feel like the process is not getting complete. Like the first part, which is the takeover, even if they don't even want to wrap it up, if they say the takeover will be done, I don't know, like 2 months into the season, but at least have it to say it's going to be these people. Yeah. Then you just go, cool. We move on. Like now I know what I can kind of work with.
You might have underestimated the size of the job at hand.
Do you need that to go through before you do any business? Because if that's the case, then
I don't think that's the case. But I think in terms of the direction we want to go as a club, we need to be conducting ourselves better. And the Glazers are just bringing us back down in terms of they need to just stop dilly and dallying. Let's just get the process done. You want to sell the club, sell it to who the fuck you want. Let's just keep it going, innit? We want the Qataris. Most Man United fans want the Qataris because they'll upgrade your club. They'll wipe your debt.
Because you lot are hypocrites. Because obviously you was cussing City for getting this kind of money from Saudi, but now you want Qatari money.
Bro, they're better than the Glazers. You have to go with what you have. I've got Jim Radcliffe.
The thing is UAE, innit? Man City's UAE.
Yeah, they're Saudis with their Qatari.
No, Man City are UAE.
Oh, UAE, yeah.
No, I'm asking.
No, I think... Are they Saudis? I'm not sure.
They've got to be UAE because they can't be Qatar. PSG Saudi. They were the first Saudi team. So and I know Man City aren't Saudi.
So who's Qatar? Oh yeah, so you lot would be Qatari.
Yeah, Qataris, yeah.
If you lot go through. So what's what is
I think Man City's UAE.
UAE, okay.
Yeah. So we need to get these things finalized to help us with the off the field activity, which will then help us on the field as well. Do you know what I mean?
You might get the Qatari owners and they don't do anything about off the pitch either.
No, but bro, I think with the Qatari owners, bro, they're coming in, bro, they're going to be...
Do they own any other team? What other teams do they own?
I thought they own PSG.
No, that's Saudi, innit?
No, that's Qatari as well. Okay. Yeah. But I think in terms of, they'll just know that the business needs to be... Bro, they'll just say, look, the funds are there, bro, like...
Yeah, but that's when it... Remember, what Man City went through.
You might have been efficient anyway. I heard Fabrizio reported that you man signed, what's his name? Harry Amas, your fullback.
Yeah.
That English fullback, man, from Watford, bro. So that was... Yeah. You man are active in the...
We're trying, innit? We're trying.
You're active, man.
Yeah, we're trying, bro.
Dope signing, bro.
Yeah.
Was that yellow banner on Sky Sports?
I don't know, bro.
Taking a mick, bro.
I'm not taking a mick. Harry Amas, innit?
How many caps you got for England?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know who the fella is, if I'm completely honest with you, but if he's linked to Manchester United...
you're saying his name like you knew him, bro.
Yeah, if he's linked to Manchester United, he's got to have a bit about him. That's what I thought about Daniel James as well. And so,
And Jadon Sancho.
Bro, Sancho, I don't know. He needs to just fix up, bro.
Oh, what's this guy's problem with Jadon Sancho?
No, it's not that. Like, It just frustrates me.
He's not even talking about Joey, bruv. He's going after Sancho like he plays for Liverpool, bruv. Leave the guy.
No, but I understand, like, bro.
He's not repping Southwark well, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Especially being from South London, bruv. He needs to just, I don't know, he needs to just fix up, bruv. Just in terms of, when you feel, like when you're at school and you feel like someone's got potential, but they're still getting D grades, but they could really be getting like at least Bs or even As.
I was straight A's. I wasn't watching no one else's results, to be fair.
Well, this guy, he needs to just fix up or move on. As simple as, isn't it? But yeah, any other potentials like Chelsea got the striker?
Yeah, they got Nkunku who's come through.
Nkunku, yeah.
I think they deserve a goal scorer, man. Not obviously, like I think it just makes football better. They've been lacking a goal scorer for a long time.
I'm interested to know what Chelsea's project's going to look like.
I'm interested to see how well he performs because obviously we know Chelsea are lacking the goals, isn't it? So if they get him, and I hope they don't kill him as a player, if that makes sense.
So they got this Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah,
he's
that's like a reset button, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's going to take a little bit of time. He's not going to just go in.
It might not, It might not because they have got talent in the team. If they conduct their clear out well, I think they'll be all right, I think they might be all right still.
That's fair.
One thing I was going to say just before we wrap up and stuff. What's this? I read something like Liverpool and Aberdeen. So I saw something on the screen. It just reminded me, like, you guys have got some sort of synergy. What's that? Reece Williams has gone to Aberdeen or something, and you've let go of, I don't know, was his name Clark or something like
Bobby
that?
Clark.
Is that his name? Like,
maybe.
And he's he was quite monumental in Aberdeen, finishing third in the Scottish.
I know it might just be like a kind of like a feeder team.
I think it is. I think it is something like that.
I think we got Calvin Ramsey, the right back, from them as well.
Yeah, that was it. Calvin Ramsey. That was who I was trying to remember.
Yeah, so he played. He was injured.
Oh, okay.
Like, he was like our turn, man. Came injured, stayed injured. But
I see.
the one game I did see him play, he was all right, man. But I don't even know what's going on with Liverpool, man. To be fair, just probably didn't fit the profile.
Okay, yeah, no, that just came to my mind randomly still.
Any other major transfers, or is that it mainly?
Well, you know me, I just follow my club Arsenal, man. I don't know where Del Estrada is pissed off to, so he can't tell us anything about.
Can't tell us about his other clubs now.
No.
Well, big one thingy though, gone Barca now, isn't it?
Gondo to Barca.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
I'm pissed
so
off about
happy.
that. I was hoping.
Bro, I don't know why you thought this was even a possibility.
Yeah, because
what possibility?
I thought it was coming to Arsenal, man.
Bruv, you're dreaming,
I've been calling it for a minute.
You're smoking some good kush, bruv.
But there was times when he was linked and it looked like it was potentially probable.
No chance, bruv.
Bruv, it was Barca or Arsenal, and I think there might have been one other club in City, obviously.
Well, did he go for free as well?
Yeah, bruv.
Bro,
It was at the end of his contract. And obviously we got the link with Arteta. I mean, there's some Arsenal fans that are like, nah, I don't want...
No, he would be sick.
Of course. And then I remember one United fan was like, oh, why would he choose Arsenal? And then the moment that it looked like it might be happening, he was like, oh, Arsenal are pathetic. Why would you go for all of City's cast-offs and want to...
how can you be better than City?
If you're just taking...
Yeah, we'll just take their players and win the league.
But anyway, he's
right though.
He wouldn't, because
it's got a point,
but to begin with, first off, he was saying, why would he go there? But then his tune changed when it looked like it was probable. So I was upset by it, but
he was right twice then. Because first he said, why would he go there? Then he said, how you going to be better than us?
Yeah, fuck that, man.
He was right twice in a row.
Yeah, and I was ready to be right and be pompous about it as well. I was setting up my victory tool, everything. But yeah, Barca's my Spanish team anyway, so I wish him all the luck there.
Is it?
It was the last time you watched Barca, bro, man.
Yeah,
it's been tough. Can you even watch Spanish La Liga games here anymore, bro, man?
Yeah, I can, but I can't tell you my means.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear that. Respect.
Nah, that's all good. Okay, cool. We'll wrap up this podcast. It's been an eventful one. Obviously, not much happening in the transfer market, but we tried to make it.
Talk for yourself, man. Arsenal's popping right now, bruv.
What?
Havertz.
What? Signing rejects?
Just like we've been popping all season.
Bruv, I don't want to be signing rejects, man.
Who's the rejects? Mason Mount.
No. Nah, we'll see, man. We'll see who comes out victorious. Hopefully it's not you guys, man. I hope not. Because it'll be just one boring season. But it'll be interesting to see, like you said, we need to see at the end of the transfer window how well people have conducted their business, right?
100%. And I'm coming to take everybody's money. Everybody.
Yeah, Joey. Is your thing back on the table? You're saying after the transfer window's closed?
I'm gonna put. How about this? I'm gonna be putting stuff on the table. I'm just waiting for the. I'm waiting for the window to close.
It's not on the table, bro.
So what we'll do is when all the transfers are in and the transfer window closes, we'll just tell people what the bets are, and then they have to bring in the raw cash.
No, I'm not putting my private business out there.
No,
For these bitch asses to be messaging me. Hell no.
Cool. This has been an entertaining episode of Podcast Pundits. Thank you for listening to us. Follow us on all the usual platforms: Apple, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. Podcast.pundits, Podcast Pundits _. We out.
1.